Okay, so we are going to study about 10th class biology, first chapter, nutrition. Okay, see, nutrition, the food supplying system. So what is nutrition? If we see about the definition of the nutrition, intake of nutrients. So nutrition is the process of intake of nutrients or collecting the nutrients or procurement of nutrients into the body is called nutrition. So we can give the definition: intake of nutrients, collecting the nutrients or procurement of nutrients. This is all about nutrition, the process of nutrition. In nutrition generally, here we take different types of nutrients from the food. See here, we take the different types of nutrients from the food. So why we have to take the food? Generally, food is one of the most important source for our human life. For what? From the food we get energy, and from the food we get health. Okay, from the food we can get immunity. Okay, and we can also get regulation of the body temperature. Regulation of body temperature. So in all these ways the food is useful. So that food is essential for every living organism. Without food we cannot survive. So that here nutrition is also say, we can also say like that it is a life process. See, it is a life process. What is the meaning of life process? The life process which helps us to survive and perpetuation of our race. Perpetuation means here the increasing of our generation. So nutrition, it is a one of the life process, whereas respiration is a life process, transportation is a life process, excretion is a life process, coordination, reproduction, these are all the different types of life processes. So here nutrition is also a life process which helps us to survive and perpetuates our race. So in nutrition what we take food. Through the food we get energy, that health, immunity, regulation of the body temperature, this all together that helps us to survive and perpetuates our generation or our perpetuates our race. So that nutrition is one of the most important life process. So without nutrition no living organism can survive on the earth. So on the basis of collecting the nutrients, here nutrition is two types. On the basis of collecting nutrients, here what nutrition is two types. One is autotrophic nutrition, whereas heterotrophic nutrition. See, autotrophic nutrition. What is the meaning of autotrophic? Autotrophic means, auto means yourself. We can understand auto means yourself. So living organisms which can prepare the food by themselves by trapping the solar energy, by associating with some other inorganic components. So here the solar energy, it is converted into chemical energy in the autotrophic nutrition. So especially in the autotrophic nutrition, the green plants could carry out, or the green plants can convert the solar energy into chemical energy by associating with some other inorganic components. So like that, here autotrophs or autotrophic, in autotrophic nutrition, here the solar energy can be converted into chemical energy. That chemical energy, it is called as our food. In this process the food material is being prepared. So that is what about autotrophic nutrition. So here example, suppose if we see the example for autotrophic nutrition, example what, green plants. So green plants are the autotrophic nutrition. Especially why we are calling the green plants, because there are some plants but which could not prepare the food material by themselves. They cannot prepare the food by themselves, like some insectivorous plants, some parasitic plants are there. So that especially we should mention here the green plants. And some what, photosynthetic bacteria. There are some small bacteria, photosynthetic bacteria also can prepare the food by itself. Okay, in this photosynthetic bacteria, here instead of oxygen there might be producing hydrogen sulfide gas, sulfur gas. Whereas third one, blue green algae. See, blue green algae. So these are the examples for autotrophic nutrition. So in autotrophic nutrition, here the solar energy can be converted into chemical energy. So here the green plants can prepare the food by themselves. So here sunlight energy converted into chemical energy, whereas photosynthetic bacteria, blue green algae, these are the some examples for autotrophs. So here these living organisms are considered as, so here these living organisms considered as universal food providers. Universal food providers. So here green plants are considered as universal food providers. Why we are calling them universal food providers? Because throughout the world, wherever we see, here the green plants could carry out the process of photosynthesis and associate with the different types of raw materials and can prepare the food by themselves. And not only the preparing food by themselves, but also they are giving food materials for the animals and human beings. We are directly or indirectly depending on them. So that here the green plants are considered as universal food providers. So that till 17th century, here till 17th century, this information is not known about the process of photosynthesis or about autotrophic nutrition. But here at the 17th century, here there is a one scientist whose name is von Helmont. See, von Helmont, he conducted some experiments on photosynthesis process or about the nutrition. So before him, Aristotle is one of the scientists who said that plants could produce everything what they took from the soil. He has given a statement about the nutrition in plants. What is that? Aristotle he said that plants could produce everything. According to the Aristotle, see here, plants could produce everything. Plants could produce everything what they took from the soil. What they took from soil. So generally plants, what they take from the soil? Plants, they take water and minerals from the soil. But this water and minerals is not complete raw material for the preparation of food materials in the plants. So this is practically proved by a scientist, that is what von Helmont. That von Helmont, he conducted a series of experiments for 5 years on a willow tree. See, this is in 7th class science book. If you see the nutrition in plants, nutrition in plants in 7th class might be 12th chapter, 12th lesson. You can see there von Helmont experiment. It is clearly explained there. Willow tree. He has taken the willow tree in a potted plant. See, before he is going to conduct the experiment on willow tree, he has measured this willow tree, the dry soil and willow tree, both he has measured, and he conducted experiments for 5 years. So at beginning of the experiment, the willow tree weight is, see here, about 2.27 willow tree. Then after 5 years it has increased up to 76.74. Then how much it is increased? The change in the mass of the plant is what? 74.47. So when he has measured the willow tree with the help of the willow tree with the dry mass, the plant weight is just 2.27 kgs. But after 5 years, the willow tree has been increased 76.74. That means it is increased up to 74.47. This much of weight has been increased in the plant. How it is possible? Only because of absorbing the water and minerals from the soil is it possible to increase the plant mass in a plant mass because of only water and minerals? According to the Aristotle, what a plant could produce the everything what took from the soil. But here Van Helmont is practically he is proving that if the plant has been taken only water and minerals from the soil, then here what 74.47 kgs of plant weight, how it is increased. So the dry soil weight is, see here, suppose the dry soil weight is here, the dry soil weight 90.72. But after the 5 years, the dry soil weight is here 90.66. So here the how much difference has come? 90.72 weight, the dry soil weight. Here this is the first one is plant weight. The plant weight is 2.27. Then after 5 years it is increased to 76.74. So the difference is 74.47. But the dry soil weight is 90.72 grams. But after the 5 years it is 90.66. So that 0.66, okay, 0.06, okay, 0.06 grams, only 0.06 grams of soil, that means from the water and minerals is used, only 0.06. If only 0.06 minerals and soil water, if it is utilized by the plant, then this much of weight, how it could then increase in the plant. So that practically Van Helmont he is explaining the water and minerals are not only the components for the nutrition in plants, for the increasing of plant mass water and minerals are not only the components for the increasing plant mass, but also there are some other things, there are some other raw materials. The raw materials are nothing but either it is sunlight or carbon dioxide or water or chlorophyll. So these are the different types of things which are associated with the increasing of the plant mass. But according to the Aristotle, he said that plants could produce everything what they took from the soil, but that's not true. According to the Van Helmont, here he is practically proved that the weight of the soil is 90.72, but after 5 years it is just reduced 90.66. So only 0.06 percentage of minerals from the soil is utilized, but the plant mass is increased up to 74.47. That much of enormous weight of the plant is increased. So with this we can understand water and minerals are not the complete components for the nutrition or for the preparation of food materials, but also there are some other raw materials. So what are these raw materials, how the photosynthesis occurs, how these are useful in photosynthesis process, that we'll see in the next class. Okay.